and welcome again to another episode of the Kevin and David podcast, After Hours. What's the date, Kev?
I actually don't know the date. I think it's the 5th. Yeah.
2023, and we are on our third podcast, and I just want to say thank you to everyone that keeps watching these videos. We are up to 20 views, which is really good. So thank you to the 20 people. 5 is from you.
It's a lot more than 20 views.
5 is from me. No,
We're getting a lot more than 20
yeah,
views.
it's been good. What is it? Oh man,
I'm getting my first video got 100.
Yeah.
Second video got 40. Been getting a couple on Spotify.
Oh yeah, good on you for putting it up on Spotify.
But I've also refreshed my YouTube page a couple of times too, so bump
so
it up
it
a
keeps
tiny
bumping
bit.
it up. Yeah, no, I'm genuinely surprised how good the reply has been. What do you reckon?
Yeah, for two idiots like us, we actually sound alright. We actually talk about some pretty insightful things.
Yeah, and sorry, just to cut you off, this is another new area that we've been put into, because why did we move areas?
We had issues with security entering the building today, so we had to just change up the environment just a tiny bit.
Yeah, that's another hint into this undisclosed building that we will not say until our 100th episode. So
if power cuts out, we're very sorry today. If this table also falls, we're very sorry today. I'm very dicey territory this morning, or this evening.
But yeah, I want to say thanks, honestly, to all the ones that keep watching. And
you know who you are.
yeah, I'm genuinely surprised by the reply of everyone, because I would have thought it was a bit more awkward. What do you think? Do you feel like you were going to be like judged in a way?
I feel like we were about to get absolutely destroyed, especially from our boys.
Yeah.
But we're just doing something that everyone's clearly jealous of now. So,
and we're just doing something that we enjoy. Do you enjoy it?
This is the best.
How do you feel about it?
This is so sick.
Do you feel like it's a burden to do this? Or?
No, definitely not. Do you?
I don't know. I love it. I kind of look forward to doing it, even though we're just talking about nonsense.
We are, yes.
But from seeing everyone's replies, everyone wants to come onto the podcast. What do you think about
so
that?
who wants to be the first guest?
What episode are we bringing on the guest?
Episode 5.
Oh, you
we
reckon?
do one more ourselves.
Yeah. I reckon too.
Start a poll.
Yeah. How's your week though?
Been good. Been pretty quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't had too much going on. Just work, the
Yeah.
usual. How's yours?
Yeah, man, it's freezing. I know we mentioned it last time, but it's getting so cold and it's getting so dark so fast, and I hate it. I miss summer, in all honesty, and I was never a summer guy. I sweat all over in summer, but I sweat all over in winter as well.
How's your Achilles?
Yeah. So I don't know if anyone cares about this, but life update. I started playing ball again with some of my mates, and man, from our high school days compared to now, my body is so messed up. Because I have that mentality that I want to do exactly what I did in high school. Like, obviously, my flexibility, athleticism, it's different. And so my Achilles, I feel like I have an Achilles like injury. I don't know.
But you play smarter now, so.
Yeah, I have a higher IQ, better IQ, I guess. But it's been good, man. It's been good. Let's start off with a few questions.
We're going deep or we're going shallow early?
Let me start off with an easy one, since it's our third one, and I'm genuinely surprised. I've said it again, but I'm surprised how we're on our third one. I thought you would have been bored by the second one and be like, I don't want to continue this.
I can ramble on for hours and hours.
So let me ask you, why did you start this podcast?
Why did we or why did me start
why
this
did
podcast?
you? Because I remember bringing it up to you, and you were so hyped off, like, oh, I'm gonna buy this mic. I'm gonna do this.
You know why?
Why
Because
is
this is honestly my dream job.
Oh.
I reckon if I had a radio show or something, I'd do it 5 days a week. It'd be the best.
You are a personality. I think that's what balances it out. I think for me, I'm a bit monotoned, a little bit too boring. So it's good that you balance me.
But we have things we're good at. We have things we're bad at. So
So you want to eventually go off into the podcast environment?
imagine doing this 5 days a week. That would be so fun. We've run out of things to talk about,
I don't think you would.
But
I think you.
it still
I think
would
you
be really
wouldn't.
fun.
Because in my idea is you wouldn't do it with the same person every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think podcast people, they do it with different guests, like, or different TV shows every single time. Like one's a sport one, one's a relationship one, one's a family one, and they're just doing it week in, week out, and then that's their life.
So are you enjoying it?
Oh, dude, I'm loving it because I have social anxiety. So my the way that I can like kind of speak, and I know you guys have already seen my vocabulary in the last 2 episodes and how bad it is. I probably know only like 20 words, so you're gonna keep hearing it in and out. But hopefully by the 50th, 100th episode, my vocabulary is expanded a little bit.
So a couple of things we want to do by our 100th episode. 1, we want to be out of this building.
I'm sorry.
2, we need to expand on our vocab.
Yeah,
3,
public speaking.
public speaking,
Yeah.
and we're going to bring some guests on.
Yeah, the guests are coming sooner than I thought. I thought at least our 20th, we would do like 20 just to get comfortable. But from everyone's replies, they kind of want to get on already.
Do we have to get them a gift for coming on or anything?
No, the fact that we're in this room shows that we can't afford to get them a gift. You guys just gotta come on, and you gotta bring your own mic. As
Yeah,
well.
you got to bring your own microphone.
We put all our money into these two
Yeah.
mics, so there's no way we're getting.
It'll
you
be
guys
an
a
honor
gift.
for us if you come on,
Yeah,
not the other way around.
and
for
you know,
now.
you guys kind of get some clout, so you know you're using us, if anything.
But don't use us. We're your friends.
Yeah, but I'm just surprised because people were more saying that they wanna start their own podcast or they wanna come on rather than roasting us. Like, oh, what are these guys trying to do with this podcast? So I'm pretty happy how things are like turning out. You know,
I feel like a lot of people want to do what we're doing.
yeah,
so
that's what I think.
we're
so
just doing
too.
it.
I think Should we go into that conversation? The confidence over skill.
Nah, because that might take
Study.
up half an hour of our 45-minute episode.
Okay. But I think majority of our guests in the beginning, we're building up to Donald Trump, aren't we?
Yeah, Donald Trump, Jeff, Amazon, Elon.
Elon.
They'll be coming soon.
I think the first few guests are going to be mates from high school. So hopefully it turns out well, and we'll roast them, won't we, Kev?
Well, they can't afford microphones anyway, so we're going to
Well-
have that issue
We'll grill them,
because we all come from the West.
and we'll tell you how we really felt back then, but we couldn't say it. But here's an easy question: what's your favorite memory about high school?
Oh, favorite memory about high... Dude, there's so many.
Mm.
Here's some that stand out. Do you remember in year 12 assembly when I played John Cena and I did that whole thing on stage?
Wasn't that when we were about to graduate?
Yeah, that was the
And you wore the
Yeah, and I had like the whole wristbands and the headband.
your calves
and the knee pads.
definitely fit John Cena's build.
Yeah, not my belly though. Not anything else.
That was your favorite memory?
No, I'm
That was, wow, I don't remember that.
just
but-
thinking about moments.
Mm,
Yeah, year 12 camp was pretty cool.
yeah, that was
We
fun.
can dive into year 12 camp.
Um,
There's a lot of stories that we probably can't say.
yeah, no, don't bring that up. Nothing to incriminate those that are
Yes, a lot
free
of
into the corporate world.
lot of
yeah.
big stories, a lot of huge, expansive stories that we can't say.
Things that might sink this podcast.
Things that might explode.
Things that might overwhelm this. I don't know. My favorite memories is definitely when we were in year 12 and everyone was just wrestling in the common room.
Dude.
That's why I think we're getting such positive feedback, because do you feel like our year level was quite tight compared
Our
to
year level was ridiculously small compared to
Yeah, that's true.
all other schools.
Yep.
So yeah, we were all pretty tight.
Yeah. And compared to other year levels as well, I feel like our year level had the least drama.
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
Well, I don't know what happened in all the other year levels, but I don't remember any big dramas from our year level.
We had a water fight in our graduation. That was the biggest thing.
Yeah, someone stole $100 from Maria's locker.
Oh,
That was another big thing.
I think it was Nikki.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Nikki too.
But yeah, those were my favorite memories. I feel in year 12 we all got really tight, really close because we all knew we were gonna graduate, and that's why I can't wait to get some of these guys on, because just to compare their lives and we can kind of differentiate like what they thought of either high school or even us. I don't care what they think about us.
They
but
hated us.
We're not shallow like that.
Everyone
but
hates us.
yeah, I would love to know what you guys thought. Now I'm Jake. I don't care, but it would be fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, dude, the wrestling in the common room, that was so sick. I remember.
How did that even start? Like, just think of everything we did in the common room. We played poker,
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart, yep. Wrestling.
Wrestling. And the thing is, we had a teacher's office literally right next door as well.
Man, the poker.
And we just didn't care.
I was so sad when they canceled the poker. Those were good times, and we all learned how to gamble in a Christian school.
Yeah. That room was disgusting, though.
And surprisingly, they renovate as soon as we leave. Year 12.
Yep, thanks Heath Dale.
Taking in that 10 grand a year.
Yep.
Anyways.
Do you remember the Callum Sandeep wrestling match?
Yeah. Well, for those guys that don't know, Callum and Sandeep were probably the largest guys in our
This is literally yin and yang. You had one white guy, you had one black guy, and they were both 6 foot and absolutely huge.
Yeah, they were huge, and I don't know who won. I feel like Sandeep
The spectators won. Yeah. I won watching that.
I feel like Sandeep would have won because he knew a little bit more of
karate.
Yeah, that one. That's the one. And he's black as well. Anyways,
yeah, I miss you, Sandeep. It's been a while.
I'm cutting that. I'm cutting that out. I'm not including that. I'm not about to get some smack for our podcast. Come on. It's our third one. We got to get to 100.
Okay, fine. Sandeep, you can come on as a guest and I'll apologize.
That'll be good.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and it's so cool. I mean, I saw someone 2 days ago, and she was saying that she's watched the podcast.
Hope it's true.
And yeah, it just makes them want to come on because just really relive those memories and come on the podcast, you know. I think that would be fun.
So hit us up if you want to come on, is basically what we're saying.
Yeah.
We will grill you.
Here, I have a question to you. Do you think it's okay to tell someone that their breath smells?
Yes.
Why do you...
You know me, yeah. You see me carrying gum around all the time.
Yeah, this guy carries 5 packets of gum. Not because his breath stinks. He just has... I think you have a very strong ick.
I just hate bad breath. And I also hate people that smell.
But I don't think you're that confident to tell someone that their breath stinks.
If I know them, like if it was you, I'd tell you. If it was my workmate.
So why do you think...
I hint it. So I'll like open my pack of gum and I'll just like nibble and I'll be like, hey, do you want one?
And then what if I say, no, I don't want one?
I'll be like, oh, cool.
No, you should be like, no.
No, you sure? Have one.
Because I was thinking about this, that why is it such a bad manner to kind of tell someone that their breath smells? Like, it's kind of looked down upon, don't you reckon?
I feel like you're doing them a favor.
That's the thing. Why is it a bad thing?
I don't know.
I've
never seen it as a bad thing.
How would you guys tell someone that their breath stinks?
Straight to their face. Hey.
No, I have too much anxiety. I would never say that.
Do you want a piece of gum?
Why?
Oh, you know, I'm having one. You might as well have one.
Imagine if there was no gum. How would you tell someone?
I'm always carrying
Okay,
gum.
let's say gum wasn't invented. How do you tell someone their breath stinks?
Oh, do you want a glass of water?
That's not gonna help.
We'll stop them from talking.
Do you want a glass of Listerine? I just got it in my pocket.
Yeah. Do you mind flossing your teeth every day?
Oh man, you know, not everyone's gonna. I don't think no one has the balls to really tell someone that they have bad breath.
What's worse, bad breath or bad odor?
Oh. Well, probably bad odor because as soon as you enter the room. But I feel like bad breath can stink more than bad odor. Because bad breath just takes in all that food that you've been eating all day. And my guy didn't brush his teeth. And don't say it. I know what you're gonna say because I don't want to. No, don't do it. I know you're gonna. We're cutting this part out again. This is the most times that we're gonna cancel.
You only smell breath when you're up close and personal with someone.
That's right.
So that's why I think bad breath is a lot worse.
And the thing is,
But don't have either, please.
I feel like if someone has bad odor, it's more easier. Hey man, like probably just chuck it on. Don't you reckon?
Yeah.
But then bad breath is like so intimate that it's like you can't just tell someone that they have bad breath. Let's say your first week in uni. You sit in the seminar room, all right? Some guy sits next to you. Hey man, what's going on? Yeah, and then what do you do? Do you do that?
Hey, how are you?
You can't do that.
How's it going? I got gum, by the way.
Oh, you can't have gum. Let's say there's no gum. Not everyone is as rich as you, Kev. Come on. Let's say they have no gum.
You just have to cop it. I'll sit like this. I'll sit like this. I had to drive someone with
Bad breath.
bad breath the
See,
other day.
that's the thing.
It was
So
my-
you drove them. You
It was
knew
my
them,
dad's friend, yeah.
but you didn't say it.
Yeah, because he's like 30 years older than me.
Yeah.
So you know how
What's?
I wound down the window,
Yeah.
and then every time like I went to breathe, I like just did.
So, oh wait. So your window was already down
Yeah.
the whole time,
Yeah,
and you're just breathing in
And I
and
just
out.
went-
Oh man. Yeah.
It was- it was
What do you
smoke
think
of
is
breath.
another ick that like you can't tell someone? Because, for example, the thought why I brought this up is because it's so normal for someone to be like, oh, you have like a stain on your shirt. So, like, I'll take it off. So, why can't you be like, hey, man, your breath stinks. Like, go brush your teeth.
I caught up with EJ one time,
Okay.
and we were grabbing dinner.
So, where's this
Right,
going?
no, when we were grabbing dinner, right,
EJ, we love you.
and we were having Mexican food,
Okay.
and we grabbed dinner at 5, and we like caught up, did all that, left around 8 p.m. I get home at 9:30. I go into the mirror, I smile,
And there's a
and I
massive
see
cilantro.
like this massive piece of bean
Yeah.
like stuck between my teeth,
Mm.
and that means
That
for
pissed
the-
you off?
No, it just means for the 3 hours while we were talking, he would have noticed that, and he didn't say a thing to me.
You know what's crazy?
But I love you, EJ.
It's so funny you bring this up because I saw Nikki on Tuesday, right? And as I said, I started playing ball, and you know, me and this guy were late to the game. We come in,
No
we played a
surprise.
game. Yep, sorry, Nikki. No
Pillows.
we played a game, we finish, right? And before this game, I had like a meal. And what Nikki says is, he just says it straight up. I was like, hey man, you got like something in your teeth. And I was like so embarrassed. But at the same time, I was like so thankful that at least he told me. So Nikki's a good guy.
Yeah,
I don't know
stuff you,
about
EJ. What the hell, man?
I don't know about EJ, man. Come on, Jay.
It was my front teeth as well, bro.
I feel like he didn't see it. Was it at nighttime that you guys were eating?
Yeah, but we were in a restaurant with
Yeah.
lighting,
Yeah.
and then we just caught up somewhere else. He would have definitely seen it.
Do you think people with bad breath know that they have bad breath?
No, I don't think so.
So
If
similar,
they did, they'd be carrying gum all the time around, like me as well.
it's similar like that. Like you look in the mirror, and then you see something, then you take it off.
Yeah.
So you think people with bad breath generally don't know that they have bad breath?
Yeah, otherwise, if I had an issue like that, I would do all that I can to solve that.
So even people with bad odor.
Yeah, they wouldn't know,
Mm.
unfortunately.
Mm.
Maybe I should carry cologne around everywhere too.
Just spray.
Do you want some?
You can't do that. I don't think you can. But it's interesting.
What are other things you don't like?
Little icks.
Yeah.
Probably just like mannerisms. Oh man, this is my biggest ick. Like people that chew with their mouth open, and it's I'm not gonna say who, but I know people. That,
Do I know?
No, you won't.
Okay.
That chew with their mouth open, and I've literally had to move because I couldn't take it. I was like, I'm going off.
It's just rude, and it looks disgusting too.
I wonder why they do it though.
They probably don't know either.
That's the thing. And another thing that me and Kev saw is a girl,
Hey,
a waitress.
Don't ruin her for me, man.
Yeah,
She's
sorry.
not. She was so nice too.
It doesn't matter if you're nice or not. It's like a mannerism, and it's people that like drag their feet while they're walking. It's the biggest.
It's like she was ice skating.
Yeah. How do you come up with that? But yeah, like that's another ick. Chewing with your mouth open. And I'll be honest, Vix pointed it out to me that I
Oh,
do
no.
it quite a bit.
What, chew with your mouth open?
I do, but I feel like most of the time I actually don't. I just chew loudly inside. Like I close my mouth, and you can hear me chewing. But that's not a bad.
I've
thing.
never
I can't-
noticed that.
I can't help that. I think I can't.
Do I?
No.
Oh, okay,
no.
cool.
Oh, let me name something I don't like about you.
What?
No, I'm joking.
I'm
just wanna
Chinese?
make you,
Huh?
I wanted to make you uncomfortable. We should grill the person that comes on the guest.
We need to
It's
grill
like,
each other first.
oh, no, I'm uncomfortable with that. I'm too uncomfortable. I'll just start sweating on the spot. It'll be a puddle right here.
Should I talk about a pet peeve I don't like?
Yeah, go.
I saw two kids
Mhm.
walk with their mum into the restaurant that we
Oh.
ate today, and they were both wearing AirPods.
Yep.
So that means they were sitting down at the meal, listening to their own music and not interacting with their family.
It's a whole nother social media thing. Though,
I
isn't
feel
it?
like it's kind of on the parents too.
But this is a thing that I've noticed, that parents encourage like from like a kid. For example, let's say you have a family, I have a family, right? I come
Hopefully.
over to your house and our kids are just being noisy, blah blah blah. What's the first thing parents do nowadays? If we just want to talk.
Well, I don't understand.
So let's say like I come to your house,
Yeah.
right? You have a family of kids, small kids. I have a family of small kids as well. And let's say we're at the dinner table, we want to talk, but they're just loud, being annoying, blah, doing whatever they're doing. What's the first thing that parents always do? They say like, go on your iPad, like here,
Yeah.
chuck the iPad, give me your phone, go
Yeah.
away. And so it encourages them from such a young age to be like, this is like my getaway. And so as they grow older, they're kind of already into that. And I like those kids were young. They were like
Mm.
15, 16 years old. So they've probably been doing that since they were young.
That's one thing Asian families aren't good at. They're not good with
communication.
parent and kid interaction, I
Relationship.
find.
Yeah. I wonder why though. What do you think?
I don't know. Well, for me, like, whenever I came home from school, my dad was never like, oh, how was your day? He
Yeah.
would just be like, oh, yeah, can you clean the dishes? Can you do this? Can you do that?
Mm.
But I had to, like, personally be like, oh, hey, Dad, how are you going?
Yeah.
To
I
get
think
all that
that's-
stuff started.
That's a whole nother thing too, that kids can't like blame their parents for like not being close to them. I think that's a whole nother subject we could go on about like parents and kids relationships, that it's up to the kid as well to like mold that to start that relationship and not just rely on your parents to do everything. But also I think with Asian culture, because they grow up in such a tough environment, as we already heard from last week's podcast, and my dad as well, that like
Oh, the boat boys.
that they need to like have such a tough exterior, and then once they want to create a relationship, they don't know how to do it anymore.
Hard on the outside, soft on the inside.
But I know your dad changed a lot,
Yeah.
and I know my dad changed a lot too, which is good. So it's a balance. I think it's a balance, but majority in Asian culture, it's all about like hard work, and that relationship stuff doesn't really matter. Why?
You know, this leads me to my deep question that I have for
Here
you
we
today.
go.
Do you want it now?
Yeah, go ahead. I just want to point out to everyone we're wearing our team collars as well. And
This
the
mi-
next time
This might be our last episode. Our friendship might end over what's
the next
happening
time
this next
that
week.
this podcast comes out, we're gonna know who moves on to the next round. And you know what I loved about our first podcast? You noted that Milwaukee was already gonna go to the finals, and here we are. Milwaukee's out.
Sucked in, Milwaukee.
And I think if you win against
When?
us,
We win, but okay.
you go to the finals.
Yep.
If I win, if we win against you, we go
Somehow.
to the finals.
Yeah.
as well. Like,
Oh, we're killing New York and we're
yeah,
killing
or
Miami.
yeah.
And then we're just getting cooked by whoever comes out of the West.
So let's make a quick prediction for those that don't care about basketball. So we'll make this quick.
You know what? $50. Philly wins this series right now.
Okay.
On it. I'll give you $50.
No, I don't have that type of money.
Oh, you don't have to because
What about I get one of your footy cards?
yeah, if you want, you can have the whole bloody lot if you want.
No,
mate.
no. Maybe we'll do a consequence thing, and we got to do it live on the podcast.
Chili.
Oh.
You have to do a whole episode after you've had a piece of chili.
But I'm sweating the whole podcast, but that's fine.
Hey, don't lose, man.
That's good.
Are you confident?
Yeah.
I'm confident.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
We'll do it.
Enjoy the chili.
We'll think of another consequence.
You have to do it naked.
Cancelled. I can't put that up on TikTok, man.
I mean, we can't see your pants anyway.
You won't see anything.
I'll see you a lot. Anyway, can I ask my deep question I had for you?
Yeah, go.
So,
Hard work.
huh?
This is related to hard work.
No. It's related to family.
Oh, okay, go.
So, you have one dad, one mum, one sister, correct?
Yes.
Came from Philippines on an air conditioner, whatever, I don't know. So,
Okay.
if there was one thing that you could change about how your parents parented you,
Ooh.
what would it be?
You know what's crazy? I've had this conversation with them.
What did you say?
And I know this is funny, but the biggest thing, okay, because it stems from something why they're like this. So the thing that I wish my parents taught me about is nutrition. Okay?
Oh, I didn't expect that, honestly.
I know. Because in all honesty, like, thank God my parents are really tight with me. We're really close, and I feel the way that they kind of brought me up, everything else was really good, but in terms of nutrition, my guy. Do you remember what I was eating at lunchtime?
Spaghetti and sausages?
No, in year 12, do you remember?
No? KFC?
Okay, for snack, you know what I would have?
Shapes?
Up and Go.
Oh, up and goes good.
Do you know what I have for lunch?
What?
Up and Go. And a waffle. I'm not even joking. That's a lot of what I had. And some of you guys know, in year 3, at lunchtime, I brought a whole packet of Yakult. A whole packet. Not one single, what is it, a 12 pack?
Yeah. Or 6.
And I drank all of it because, all right, so this is where it stems from. It stems from the poverty of Philippines, okay? And I know, here we go. It's deep again, okay? It's not that deep. Anyways. Because with Philippines, when you have food, it's considered wealth. And
What's food over there? Rubbish?
everything that like we eat in Philippines is sweet. I mean, our spaghetti has sugar in it. Just think about that. Our breakfast has sugar. Lunch, sugar. Dessert, obviously sugar. Everything is sugar. Our drinks is we have one called gulaman, right? It's sugar and water mixed together. I'm not even joking.
Sounds pretty good.
It is really, really good. But that's the thing with with my parents. I wish that they understood like just a slight understanding of like macros and nutrition and like what would fill me up during the day, because I realized I was so sleepy. I mean, I was sleeping on the bus all the time. Morning, I'm asleep. When we go home, I'm asleep again. So my sugar levels were just like crashing me throughout the day.
What'd you have for dinner every night?
I don't even know, man. Because it stems from my parents not knowing what is good and what's not like to eat. All they know is as long as you can find food, like we're gonna eat it. And so there's no idea of like cooking food. Well, look, I'm not saying all that, but there, like, if there's sugar, if there's biscuits, everything, like, just pack it for the kids. Whereas with your kids now, would you do that? Would you just pack them with sugar? I personally wouldn't.
They're eating veggies all
That's
day.
the thing.
Veggies and
will kill
meat.
not kill you. Sorry, will fill you up and good for your brain. But that's one thing I've told my parents.
I didn't expect you to go there with that.
Yeah, it's interesting. What would you do? What do you feel like your parents lacked on?
I think they weren't strict enough with me and my schooling. They kind of like just left me to do my own studying. And they
Yeah.
got me tutors and all that, but they never like followed up on what I was actually learning about. They just kind of let me go do my
Yeah.
own thing. So they didn't really like know what I was doing. I felt like they could have been more involved with my school life.
But do you feel that that was on you though? Like, do you want them to be more involved so you could have done better?
I just want them to be like, hey, do you need help with such and such?
Yeah.
And then like, here's how I went through that, and here's how I would approach that.
Yeah. Because like, sorry, I'm just trying to understand. So you wanted that so you would do better in year 12?
I just wanted
Oh,
that. I just wanted that in general. It didn't have anything to do with schooling.
Mm.
It's more like a
Relationship. thing.
relationship builder thing.
Oh, understandable. Yeah.
But we got there now.
Yeah. Have you told your dad that?
Yeah.
And what did he say?
He's like, yeah, I agree.
Oh,
I'm a bit of a stone.
Really? I don't think that your dad wouldn't have cared about. Do you think he could have helped though?
Maybe he just didn't know like how to approach me.
I feel like with our generation, once we get kids, the idea of like mental health would be such a big thing that we're wanting to help them out and our kids and be more involved. I feel like with our parents, I mean, they came from, I don't know,
Scum.
the Great Depression.
Scum,
So-
poverty,
It's a little bit more harder for them.
communism.
But then it's the same thing. Let's say when we give our kids that, right? They're going to be like, oh, I wish my parents weren't so involved with
Yeah.
like my life. It's
Ungrateful pricks. Far out.
it's going to be, yeah. I believe you also have to be responsible for your pathway.
Bit of a balance.
Yeah. What do you think?
That was my deep question for you, man.
Is that it?
Yeah. Pondering on that for 2 weeks.
Really?
But I didn't think nutrition was your answer.
What would you
I thought you were gonna be like, "Oh, hey, Dad, I wish you would like help me more with my schooling,
Oh.
or just something
No,
like
my
that."
dad helped me a lot.
Wish I was a bit taller.
I can't help that. I'm tall, bro, for my family.
For your country too.
For my family. I'm the tallest. I'm the third tallest among our cousins.
How tall are you? 5'4".
With basketball shoes.
Mm.
Nah, and that's the thing. Like, it was all good. My dad helped me out a lot with math. He would actually come sit down with me, and most of the time, I just didn't value education. That's why I'm not.
That's
gonna
why we're
blame
dumb.
them.
That's
That's
why we
why
got.
we're here.
That's why we got the ATARs we got.
And that's why we're trying to make a side hustle because we didn't end up becoming doctors.
I feel like I'd be really sad if I was
There it is.
well, it happened.
It happened. Let's keep talking. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you have to turn it on. And we're back.
Whoa!
Here we go. How are you going?
What happened?
I don't know. It was a magic trick. Here's my new podcast partner. Hello,
Hello.
Chevron.
How are you?
I'm Gary Gore.
Oh, that's very good. Good to see you.
That is why you guys got to keep watching our podcast so we can move out of this studio. Is this a studio?
Well, the studio just had its power cut out on us for some reason. Bit strange.
Not for some reason. We're...
People trying to sabotage our success.
Anyways, here's my deep question for the week.
Deep questions for the week.
Oh no, sorry. I'll leave it last because we still have a bit of time.
Oh.
Why don't you think high school taught us how to deal with money?
I don't know. Maybe it wasn't part of the curriculum.
But don't you think that it's so important how to handle your finances?
It is. It's probably the most important
Most
thing.
important, isn't it?
And no, we didn't get any of that in high school.
How to do taxes,
Yeah.
how to save,
I still don't really know how to do taxes.
how to put your...
How to budget.
Yeah, budget. Put it in interest, what is it? That savings where there's really high interest. Or even stocks.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I don't
Stocks.
know what it's
We
called.
didn't do any stocks.
They still don't do that now, do they?
Yeah, and I think... Do you think eventually education will change? The way that it's systemized right now?
Systemized as in the way it's taught?
Yeah, the way it's taught. The way that they have, like, subjects that you have to do. The way that, you have to max out, like, 8 subjects in a day. Oh, what is it? 4, 5. Sorry.
We had to do 5 in year 12, I think.
No, as in like in a day. Like how many subjects were we doing? In a
Oh,
day?
we had 7 periods.
Yeah.
And we would do like, 4 or 5 a day. 8:30 to
Periods
3:30,
are
think about it.
classes, just FYI. Not yeah.
8:30 to 3:30. And we caught the bus.
Yeah.
So we were getting home,
6.
5:30,
so
6.
we would wake up 6:30.
Yeah.
Wait for the bus. Get 7:30.
Yeah.
How early were you?
Oh, my bus was 6:30.
6:30 in
Yeah,
the
I think.
morning.
Yeah.
And you would just wait on the bus for 2 hours.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you just wait for who's that guy running down Caroline Springs who's always late for the
Oh,
bus?
bloody Nikki. I'd expect a text 7:45 every morning saying, "Hey, can you tell the bus driver to wait 2 minutes for me?"
That guy was always late.
Always late.
This is why I'm so curious
And
to
he's
have
still late.
people come onto the podcast and give us their memories and give us their perspectives on certain things.
And we'll have to tell Nikki to come on 7:30 for our 8 o'clock show.
Oh, 9 o'clock show. Okay, here we go.
What was the question again? Money?
Why don't you think that schools like teach us how to deal with money?
Maybe they're just trying to put us down, huh? Just trying to drag us all down so they can keep all the money for themselves.
Here's my thought for you. What do you think about homeschooling?
Oh, not a fan because you need like that social interaction with other kids your age.
Why don't you just include them in sports?
Yeah, but you don't have like the proper daily routine. Do you know what I mean?
Just sports and piano and whatever and like drama. Put them all in that.
Like sports, you don't really get like kid-on-kid interaction.
Yeah,
You know
I
what?
guess so.
You're just like doing whatever.
Because I remember my Viscom teacher, he had his kids homeschooled. Did you know that?
Shahad?
Yeah.
Really?
Mr. Shahad, yeah. All his kids are homeschooled. I don't know how they are now.
Are they weirdos?
I met them at a wedding, and
Yeah, they didn't talk.
no, they were cool. They were actually fun. Okay, here we go.
Hi.
Who's the first teacher you would have on our podcast?
Oh, you know who would be sick?
Mr.
Mr.
Graham.
No, Mr. Duncan.
Mr. Duncan.
Yeah,
All right,
He's
Mr.
a
Duncan.
knowledgeable guy.
If you
been around
if
the
you're
world.
watching this, come on the podcast.
Please,
We'll ask you about that art lesson.
you're a cool guy.
Why Mr. Duncan?
I love Mr. Duncan. He has a lot of cool stories. He's been around the world doing missionaries, and
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I never know.
he
Yeah.
told me he went to like Netherlands, bit of Africa.
Didn't he like leave already by the time we graduated?
He was my year 10, I remember, teacher, or year
Yeah.
11. No, year 10.
Yeah. And
I think he was still there when we left.
yeah, wow. He was cool. He was good at soccer. That's all I
Yeah,
remember.
long guy.
I would have Mr. Shahad definitely on our podcast,
Ask him about his kids.
and he would be really cool to like talk to because his opinions on like homeschooling as well,
Hi,
and
I'm homeschooled.
yeah. All right, here's my deep question for the day.
Deep question for the week.
Yeah, here you go. Is it deep or is it not that deep?
Knowing you, not that deep. What's my favorite food?
Now, what do you think of the idea of manifestation?
Hold on, can you explain to me what manifestation is?
All right.
Is when you think you're gonna.
Let me look it up.
Is when you think something's gonna happen and
Not
that.
think, it's more like you embed it into your mind that like this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. And then some people think it's like you kind of attract forces to you.
Oh, the
for it.
forces.
Oh, it depends.
Oh.
It depends on whether you believe on that or you believe like the idea of not motivation but more like persistence or something like that. What do you think? Do you get the question?
I understand the question.
Mm.
Honestly, I don't really have an opinion on it because I don't really fully understand what it actually is.
Manifestation It's like, for example, like when you were in year 12, right? And you said, I'm gonna work in a film industry. You would have said that to yourself.
Yeah.
That's a form of manifestation.
So I think it.
You're thinking.
Do I act on it?
That's the thing, that when you're thinking it, everything that you act on, it moves you towards that direction.
So is that manifestation?
In a way,
That
that is manifestation. But some people like also believe that, like, let's say someone gets sick in your family it's because you thought of it
Oh.
slightly as well. That's like a form. I don't know if that's.
Oh, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but it's like what you think happens. So because let's say someone got sick in your family, it's because you weren't thinking like positively enough, or like good thoughts about them, so that they eventually got sick.
I did say earlier that the lights might turn off in this studio today. Is
Manifestation.
that manifestation?
You don't agree with the thought? Have you?
I don't really understand. I still don't really understand the thought.
Okay. Have you heard of the power of?
Positivity.
No. Oh man.
People.
I'm so sorry. I forgot this book. I should have became. Sorry. I should.
Power of habit. Power of now.
I think it's the power of now.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah,
that
I've read
book?
that book.
You've read it.
Yeah, I've read it. Was it manifestate?
That
Was that in
is
that
a
book?
power. That is a like sense of manifest. You read it. Who is it by?
I don't know, but I've read it.
Really?
Yeah,
And what do you think of it?
it's cool.
Well, like how at what point? Here we go. At what point is it like your way or is it God's way?
Well, we can argue it's always God's way.
No, but like in the form of you're manifesting something or you're like acting upon God's way.
Well, God put something into your heart, correct? We believe that, correct?
But then how do you know if it was God that put it in your heart?
You have to pray about it
Yeah.
or read the Bible.
So for example,
and
like,
the answers come from that.
for example, like that, like you said the lights are going to turn off.
Yeah.
Do you think that was from God?
No, that was just coincidence.
See, that's
pure
what people
coincidence.
like will be like, okay, so that's the worldly view. And then for us, there's that view that like, oh, whatever God put in our heart is going to come to pass, which is going to come through.
But with manifestation,
Yeah.
right? I can think of anything in the top of my head right now.
Correct. Okay, let's think it. Boston will win.
Oh, no, I've been thinking of worse things.
Oh,
I've been
okay.
thinking like you're going to fall off your chair.
Yeah, and if it does happen, then it's your fault.
And if it doesn't happen, then is...
It's because you didn't think it hard enough. Something
Oh.
like that. Do you think that's true?
So I have to do this for you to fall off your chair. But that's the thing, right? Like you saying you think Boston's going to win.
Yeah.
Do you think your one sentence will impact everyone else in the world? Because that's what you're saying, essentially,
That is
right?
manifestation, yeah. In a way that you're like attracting that
Yeah.
energy.
So if you do win, does that mean there's more people thinking Boston's going to win than people thinking Philly's going to win?
That's why I kind of asked you that question. Do you believe in manifestation?
Well-
I believe in the idea of like hard work gets to where you
Yeah.
want to be, but I don't believe in manifestation.
Well, according to what we just said, yeah, it just completely doesn't make any sense.
That's why I just asked you.
Unless you do fall off your chair right now. Oh. Hey, well,
But
I
there,
thought
do
too
you know
hard.
people that think like that? There are people.
I don't really know like what that word actually means, so I guess I do. Manifest status.
Yep.
Was that your deep question
That
for the
was
week?
my deep question.
This brings the end to the segment Deep Questions for the Week.
Can I ask you another deep question? I'm so sorry. We might go over time.
Segment continuing for Deep Questions of the Week.
I'm curious. I want to break your thinking down. That's why. Sorry if it's too
Am I
much. Like, come on, we had
Sagittarius?
fun in the beginning,
Yeah.
didn't we?
Yeah.
There's a lot of mucking around with
Am I Pisces?
sinking boats
Yeah.
and
Stuck
tall teachers.
canoes. Yeah.
Do you think everyone
Bendable
is meant to be
ladders.
a leader?
Do I think everyone's meant to be a leader? No. I think everyone has their own role in a group. Everyone's designated to do different things.
But then what about the thought that you can be a leader in your position?
If everyone's a leader, then no
Yeah.
one's a leader.
But for example, like in a corporate setting, there's team managers, and then there's like team leaders, and then there's like people that train other people, and those are leaders in their own
Yeah.
category. So what do you think about that? Because it depends on what leading is for you. So do you think leading is just the top dog that tells everyone what to do?
Well, technically, yeah, because you're in charge of everything and no one's in charge of you.
Yeah.
So you're leading everyone beneath you, essentially.
Yeah. I don't agree with
So
that.
you think everyone can be a leader?
I think everyone can be a leader.
I think some people are meant to be leaders. Some people are just meant to be your side boys, your sidekicks.
because I think because I think if you think like that, then some people will be content with where they are in life. Because I think leading is a form of like inspiration. You're inspiring someone, so it doesn't necessarily need to be. You have to even be in charge of something. You can even just be a leader just by the way that you act or you.
So if you initiate questions to me, are you the leader?
No. Why is that?
No, I'm just asking you.
No one.
Is there a leader in this podcast?
The camera.
Is that what you're trying to start, huh?
Nah.
Huh?
I'm just curious because I think I was thinking about this throughout the week, and I just wanted to hear your thoughts on it because that's the thing. I think everyone views being a leader differently. And my thought of being a leader is, you can inspire. As long as you inspire, you're a leader.
So everyone's a leader then, according to you.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Unless
Correct.
you're a complete nonce.
And obviously, I agree with that point that everyone has their own role to do. But that doesn't necessarily mean that, like, I'm going to leave this guy to do it because he's the leader. I'm not going to do anything.
But there are people who just don't inspire me at all. So what are they?
Because everyone, that's the thing. I think people think that not everyone can be a leader. What do you think of that?
So they think to themselves that they can't be a leader.
Yeah.
So therefore they don't want to inspire
100%.
others.
100%.
So they're being lazy.
In a way, yeah. Because I think people
Lazy leaders.
don't want to be leaders. It comes to that like everyone can be. I don't want to put anyone down, but anyone can be like a Coles manager or a Woolies manager.
Well, not everyone, but yeah.
But it depends, right? It depends on whether you want it or not.
Yeah.
And I think if
hard.
If people kind of thought that they can be a leader, you know. Yeah.
But to be fair, some people don't want to do it because like the hours are ridiculous.
No, but that's complete.
And the money's not that good for what you're doing.
In a way, but yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because I wanted to have your thoughts on it anyway.
Yes, leader.
No, there's no leader here. It's a unity.
Huh?
Yeah.
All in one.
One and all.
One and all.
There you go. See, there's no leaders here.
Without you, there's no me.
I love how you put your hand there and I just
Come on, bro.
I just went like that. Now that you're not touching me.
Without me, there's no you.
Yeah, and I think that's it for this week. That was a pretty quick talk.
Already?
I know.
Aww.
And I hope Boston wins when we come back.
I don't care as long as we're still friends afterwards. And I truly believe that. And I will manifest that until I die.
You're using everything that you learned from today.
I believe in friendship. And I believe in leadership.
Yeah.
And I believe in manifestationship.
What about nutrition?
Yeah, whatever. Eat whatever. Just run on the treadmill. You'll be all right.
Anyways, thanks for tuning in, you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Do you have anything else to say?
If you want to be a guest, please let us know.
Yes, please. We'd love to have you on.
First guest is always the best guest.
Again, $250. How much was that?
Just bring a microphone. It can be your iPhone. Just hold on to
You
it like
reckon
that.
people can do that?
No, we wouldn't be able to
probably
record
wouldn't
it.
want you to do that. It looked pretty bad, but yeah, come on, you guys. Anyways, can I outro?
Oh, of course.
All right. Stay blessed.
Yep.
Stay safe.
Yep.
And always practice gratitude.
Yes,
Thanks.
sir. See ya.